Hello, queens and kings. It's Dana Stewart Codes, Killer Queen Antique Jewelry. Up with this week's haul. Actually, it's been closer to 2 weeks haul. So as you can imagine, there's going to be quite a bit. We will have a sale this Saturday and this Sunday. Well, let's start with the fine auction that I attended on Saturday. I only got to attend one day, which is probably good for my bank account because on Friday I found out they had a load of Louis Vuitton, which I love vintage Louis Vuitton. They had quite a few pieces. We'll take another day to go through the catalog, but you'll see a lot of the items in the catalog right here. That catalog was a gift from the auction house. I did purchase one for the sale. They were £10 and they did gift me one for all of you. So I guess we'll have a drawing and chat. And of course you'd have to be a registered user. You don't have to purchase, but you do need to be a registered user of the channel. So without further ado, let's see what I got into. You can see right in the front, there's Butterfly Vintage, or actually Butterfly Antiques. There's one piece that is vintage. I'm reckoning it's vintage because it's marked 925. But some countries did mark 925 instead of sterling during the 1920s and 30s. So it really is indicative of the Art Deco period, but just full disclosure, one piece, the larger piece, is marked 925. Now the ring is marked sterling. In England. This is a size 7. All of the pieces are topped with rock crystal quartz, and that helps magnify them and protect the delicate butterfly wing. Morpho. These are all Morpho butterfly. Now this larger piece is the one that's marked 925, but the style of the brooch, the clasp, just the appearance of it, I believe it's Deco, just not English. Now, that one I do believe was marked sterling and it's English. That's a smaller lace pin for your cuffs or, you know, your lace collar. And there's also a beautiful pendant. I need to move these all off to the side. They had stupendous cameos. This one, of course, is Victorian. It's likely a collaboration with an Italian cameo. It's a beautiful, learned woman because she's writing in a book. And she has her dog at her feet. Has nice raised detail. And it is set in jet, which would stereotypically make it a mourning piece. So it's a cameo mourning piece. They're quite rare, especially one this size. And it's got some crude, not really a name, because if you know anything about jet, most of the tradesmen were uneducated, but they may have been taught to scribe their initials, or they could have had a bit of education. These are European leverback, bright, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, large emeralds. Of course, earrings. These are called half hoops or J hoops. They're rose gold. That's called a barley twist. They're quite substantial. Lovely rose gold earrings. The Victorian repoussé. The flowers and garland. They also call that Della Roba style. It's completely hammered from the reverse. Might as well zoom out and show you the big surprise. Not just all those pendants gathered back there, but the first one, which is of course Victorian. Stunning fine bohemian garnets. Let's see if I can turn that brightness up a bit. Of course, they're all rose set and tiered. It will definitely blind you with beauty. Just a gorgeous necklace. Oh, quite honestly, it's very strange because they do change color a bit under the UV light. The backs of the stones it's almost foiled in. You can see it's closed into the bangle. So perhaps they're a color change garnet. They're a bit rhodolite, as they're a bit raspberry. Absolutely unusual. They're star or gypsy set diamonds on either side in the center of the setting. That is all Victorian wire work. Every piece of it is there. It is all intact. It is a phenomenal bracelet for being 140, at least 140 years old. That's going to fit under a 7 3/4 or 6 3/4. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. One of the pieces that I did purchase from auction. This phenomenal crescent. Garnet brooch. I believe it's Art Deco. They've been using the crescent design forever. As far as early as the 1800s have I found brooches from. But this one is Art Deco. Sorry, we didn't need to zoom in that tight. Now this is a Victorian crescent. Now this is testing over 9, around 14, so I want to say it's 15 karat. I haven't had it XRF'd yet. Of course, lush raspberry pyrope garnets, a crescent. stick pin, brooch, however you want to use it. It's just beautiful. Edwardian 9-karat gold. You've seen this in the earlier haul. And here's the Victorian. I was like, where's the Victorian? Because I'm looking right past it because it has that wonderful woven hair. This is also 9-karat. They're both a rosier gold. I'd say the Victorian is more pink than the Edwardian. But they're both pink. But the Victorian lends itself to a bit more pink gold than the Edwardian does. This is just marked simply with 9-karat. And it's more of a yellowy, yellow to rose gold. You could wear it on either. Of course, it's a wonderful watch fob, but you could also wear it on a necklace as well. I've been obsessed with rose gold. I think you all know that. I just find it flattering. When yellow gold doesn't flatter you, rose gold flatters nearly everyone. This one, of course, is also Victorian and marked 9-karat. Indicative of that era, the marking. This is that phenomenal. I'm hoping that the lighting is better here. When we were in our hotel in Edinburgh, it just wasn't all that. Now, I still haven't really got into the name that's inscribed, but the date, 1895, age 63, is completely clear. All of the hallmarking is completely clear. The manufacturer is completely clear, and it's 15-karat gold. Wonderful black enamel, split chunk pearls, and a diamond in the center. And of course, the panels of hair on the outside of the ring. So the hair is not touching you. It's tightly, finely, almost sewn, woven and in those panels. Now there is one panel at the very back where you would imagine there would be loss to the hair, because that's going to hit any surface that you put your hand down on. But given the fact that it is, let's see, over 130 years old, the enamel is incredible. Everything is wonderful about the ring as far as condition. I would give it an A, not an A+. Just pretty high for something that old, actually. Yeah, a 9, not a 10, if you'd like. I need to check again, but I'm pretty sure this is a Virgo. It is sterling silver. It is Art Deco, and I've had it carved in glass or pressed glass. This is actually carved hardstone type of cameo. It's a zodiac. I've had these before, and they were actually pressed glass. This one is actually a carved hardstone, which makes it a little bit more valuable. I'm not sure if it were yours, it would be precious and priceless. Now, I can hang on to this until I find a bracelet, but if it sells well enough, I will sell it independently. And it's almost impossible to find these independently. Of course, a Victorian padlock. Banded agate. Completely all hand chased. That's how that one opens. These are vintage 1970s, I'm going to say on that one. 1980s on this one because it's set with marcasite. 2 massive amber rings. This one is smaller. I will size them up for you because I can get that one down, but let's not squeeze it and I have to take it off. So the smaller of the 2 is just about a 7.5 currently. This one has to be a lot bigger because it just, yeah, it's about 8.5, 8.75, just below there, but a wide band. But you do get that extra room in the back with that one, and a bit with that one as well. I'm going to guess that this bracelet is Art Nouveau, but 1970s Art Nouveau. It's very heavy and very well made. The sterling is wonderfully made. Of course, it has a locking clasp, a box, and a locking clasp. We could also put a safety on it as well. It's a beautiful Baltic amber and sterling bracelet. Now, these pieces are Victorian, like the other ones, but these are roll gold, so they're going to be a lot more affordable. Of course, that's my hand steaming up because glass is cold, my hand is warm. These will be more affordable because they're roll gold. And the glass is original and intact. This is a wonderful rock crystal watch fob. It's also Victorian. Let's see if I have a pin here, because this is a wonderful gilt Victorian locket. It doesn't have the glass inside, but it does have a frame to hold a photo. Of course, I'd take all the pins off. Anything to open it. Just to show you the condition of the inside. Because it isn't solid gold. I'm going to have to show you later because I can't get into it right now. The condition is very good, as you would expect. Well, if you know me, you would expect that. Now, these are Art Deco. They've had the back, and I think they may have even had the post added. The construction of them is definitely antique. They are bezel set. Beautiful. Look at the luster on those pearls. Absolutely gorgeous. Diamond set in the bezels. These are phenomenal earrings. Corset in gold. They actually tested a bit higher than 9. I love moonstone. Now, the bluest moonstone are the most rare. And this is vintage. It is not antique. I would say even 1970s. It's a wonderful blue moonstone. It's currently very small right now. Not very small. It's a 6. Not teeny tiny. Oops. Here's me dropping things. Luckily, that was just crafting items. Edwardian. set in 14 karat gold with a sterling halo. Now, of course, it is a blue Ceylon moonstone. You'll find many of the pieces of the time the moonstone was set in silver. It was something to do with the luck of the stone. Saying that, these are Edwardian. They are fine blue Ceylon moonstone. They're set in 14 karat gold. And they are quite spectacular. That cup setting, almost like a martini cup or martini setting. I'm not sure how those are reading, but they're off the charts blue. We'll save these brooches because we have from Georgian to Edwardian there. This one being Georgian, this one is Edwardian. We'll finish with moonstones. Another blue Ceylon moonstone, Edwardian brooch, diamonds. Is it diamonds or marcasite? Marcasite, not diamonds. This is also Edwardian. Forget-me-nots, and that's completely enameled. And the enameling is in, I would say, perfect condition. That's just a stunning bar brooch. So let's do the Egyptian. These are also Edwardian. I think the wires, of course, were added. But absolutely the mounting is correct. The wire wrap ballast is absolutely correct. And they are, once upon a time, they were live horned scarab. Good luck, eternal life. The scarab has a lot of meanings. This one is gold filled in 1940s. I think it's a banbon. Of course, you can see they're all inscribed in the back and the top. They are agates, black banded, green banded, white, and lavender. Scarab. These are Art Deco, probably French. It's not Damascene, it's Nielleware. And they're screw back. Wonderful Art Deco earrings. There we go, not clearing away. Terrible at that. Now these are also Art Deco and they're Egyptian hallmarked. Wonderful pyramid earrings. That'll lead this up to my favorite piece. 18 karat gold. Completely hallmarked with a large letter T, which was between 1919 and 1920 for Egyptian 18 karat gold. Of course, this ring fits me perfectly. It's about a 7.5. It is faience, which is a type of Egyptian pottery. Looks like turquoise, but it's not. But we do have some turquoise today.